go. Right, that's it, ready. Hey guys, what is up? This is Dan from the Rebellious Noise Football Channel, and I am here to give you my 26-man England squad for Euro 2020. Now, in a slight change to usual, UEFA have agreed to make the squads into 26-man squads as opposed to the usual 23. If you go back and look at last year's video, the Who Should Have Gone video, which is actually on the original Rebellious Noise channel, then you'll see my 23-man squad who I thought initially would have gone last year. See if any of these picks have changed since then. But without further ado, let's get into the squad. Now what you need to remember here is this is the squad that I would take. Not necessarily what Gareth Southgate will take, and not necessarily what I think he's going to take. This is just purely based on what I think. So the three goalkeepers that I am going to pick, I believe are actually the three that Gareth will pick as well, actually. And that is Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope and Dean Henderson. While Pickford has not had the best of seasons, I do think he's going to make this squad. And for me, I think, you know, he's probably in there in the top 3 England goalkeepers, to be honest. The only other one that I would have considered would have been West Bromwich Albion's Sam Johnstone. But I feel as though the 3 that I've chosen are probably the 3 best English goalkeepers that we have at the moment. So now I'm going to move on to the defence. So I'm going to start out with my 3 right backs. That's right, 3, not 2 as I would usually pick. But I'm going for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kyle Walker. So now my picks for Wan-Bissaka is probably going to be a controversial one. I'm probably going to get a load of people just go, oh, it's just because it's a Man United player. No, I think Wan-Bissaka has been absolutely superb for United this season. Much like the left back that I'm going to get to a little bit later on. So I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been superb for Manchester United, and I believe he is probably the best defensive right back in the country at the moment. Likewise, Trent Alexander-Arnold is just as good, but I feel he is better going the other way. Alexander-Arnold is a great attacking fullback, and thus I think both of them will make my squad. The addition as well of Kyle Walker adds a little bit of experience, and the fact he can play at centre half adds that versatility to the right back berth. I've chosen just 2 left backs, and they are Ben Chilwell and Luke Shaw. That's right, Ben Chilwell from Chelsea obviously was at Leicester previously. I feel as though he's had a decent first season at Chelsea. Seems as though he's knocked Mikel Alonso out of that left back spot and made it his own. Whereas Luke Shaw, I feel, has been in probably the best form of his entire career. He is finally looking like the player that Manchester United signed all those years ago. So now, I move on to the centre of my defence. I'm going to go with John Stones, Harry Maguire, Connor Cody, Tyrone Mings and Michael Keane. So, let me start out with Stones. I believe the inclusion of Ruben Diaz at the heart of the Manchester City defence has helped Stones no end this season. And it's made John Stones actually step his game up a little bit as well. With such a quality centre-back next to him, his performances for Man City this season have been absolutely outstanding. And he will be a great complement to the man I'm about to speak about, Harry Maguire. Now, Harry Maguire at times has not been what you'd call amazing for Manchester United, and with an £80 million price tag hanging over his head, there's always going to be that air of, well, should he be doing better? But what you can't deny is that on his day, Maguire is a top centre half. Him and Stones at the back I feel will be a very nice balance for England. And then you've got the additions of Cody, Mings and Keane, who can all come in and do an equally good job alongside either Maguire or Stones, or as a 2-man or 3-man partnership between them. Now moving on to midfield. So I'm going to start out with Declan Rice from West Ham. I feel that Rice has been probably, you know, he's also had the season of his career at the moment. There have been teams that have been linked with Declan Rice. And in the absence of Mark Noble, it looks like Declan Rice is going to be the West Ham captain for years to come as well. That all depends though on whether he sticks around at the London Stadium. Or, if the rumours are to be believed, is he going to go across to Stamford Bridge, where he's going to be playing alongside my next choice and his childhood friend, Mason Mount. Now, Mount has been in sublime form for Chelsea. It was no secret that Frank Lampard was focusing on youth. And the young players that Lampard brought in, probably Mason Mount was the standout candidate out of all of them. And he has taken to an England shirt so well. Every time he's played, he has impressed me no end. And another man at West Ham, along with Rice, is Jesse Lingard. Now, again, you could say, oh, it's just the Man United bias. If you're asking me 2 months ago, while Lingard was at United, would he have got in this squad? I would have said he wouldn't even be probably in my top 35 England players. The fact of how well he's done at West Ham this season is just a testament to what a good player Lingard is. He can take a game by the scruff of the neck and dig out 3 points for England when we need them the most. Then we move on to Phil Foden. Now, I know what you're thinking. A 20-year-old called Phil. Exactly. He's a quality individual, quality player, and Phil Foden can see holes in defences that not a lot of other players can. I feel as though he is a perfect balance for that defensive, that, you know, if Rice is going to play defensive midfield, I feel as though Mount and Foden in front of him are going to be a perfect double act really there. And then talking of defensive midfielders, we also will go with Calvin Phillips. Now, the Leeds United central midfielder can also play at centre half, so it gives me options. It's going to give me options with where I want to play him. It's also going to give us something else. He seems very calm and composed on the ball. He's not frightened to put his foot in and make a challenge. And he's got a good eye for goal as well. And then we move on to the final pick for the midfield. Now, this one was a bit tricky for me, but I feel as though because I've got 26 players to choose from, I can throw a wild card in there. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. The wild card is probably going to be 17-year-old Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund, a man who has had the number 22 shirt retired at Birmingham City. But unfortunately, no, it's not going to be Bellingham. Instead, it's going to be Jordan Henderson. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a wild card pick because we don't actually know if he's going to be fit enough to make the squad. You know, I'd rather have a fully fit Jordan Henderson for 1 or 2 games than not have him there at all. The younger players can learn so much from the man who lifted the Premier League trophy not 12 months ago. Now, yeah, I'm sorry that Bellingham misses out on this squad, I am, but I feel as though come the World Cup in, well, it's a year's time now, then I think Bellingham will probably be one of the first names on the plane there. But that's not to say that he's not done a great job at Dortmund. Then we move on to the attack. Now, obviously, spearheading my attack is going to be the main man and the captain, Harry Kane. Who else can you pick? He is probably the best English striker that we have had in a long time. Obviously, people will make comparisons with the likes of Alan Shearer and Wayne Rooney, but I feel as though Kane has a little bit of all of that rolled into him. The only thing with Kane though is he is slightly injury prone, and that's why I've picked 2 guys to back him up as well, but we'll get to them a little bit later on. For now, I'm going to move on to the players who I feel are going to play more as the wide attacking players, and they are Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford. Now, Sancho has been in great form for Dortmund, and every time he's played in an England shirt, I feel as though he has really stepped up. Sterling likewise has had pardon the pun, a sterling season at Manchester City. You know, and Sterling has captained England now on a couple of occasions, and he just looks more and more comfortable every time he pulls on that Three Lions jersey. With Marcus Rashford, again, in the Kane bracket, he can be quite injury prone, but that's probably because of the amount of games that he has played for Manchester United. He's played in every single Premier League game for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season. But with Rashford, he gives you options. He gives you the option to play through the middle. He gives you the options to play out wide. He said that he prefers coming in from the left to cut inside on his right foot. And that's where I would actually play Rashford. The other two strikers that I'm going to pick are Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins. Now, just a quick shout out here to Danny Ings, who just misses out on the squad. I just don't feel as though Ings is going to win his race for fitness. And I don't feel as though he, as a striker, is going to have that sharpness in front of goal that he's going to need, having just come back from an injury. So I feel as though the youth of Watkins and Calvert-Lewin is going to benefit England to no end. They're both very good goal scorers as well. And I feel as though they're going to be very complementary to the rest of the players in my squad. So there you have it. That is my 26-man England squad. Let me know in the comments section whether you agree with me or not. I'm also going to be here with reactions to Gareth Southgate's squad. Myself and Scott, we're going to be sitting talking all about what the actual England squad is. How similar is it going to be to mine? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can follow us over on Twitter at WatchRNFC. You can follow me at Dan_RebNoise. For now, that has been everything. Take care, guys, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Come on, England. It's coming home.